Live. Morning.
Hi, everybody.
It's a morning to Kyle. Carl Clark's here. Patrick Radiker's here. JC's here. Cody Taylor's here. Trevor Bryant's here. Good morning, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Let's see.
Gary, do you need a wind up? Do you need somebody to come?
All right.
I do.
Need to change those batteries.
Let's get our calisthenics going.
All I need is some trick-or-treat candy. Yeah.
Carrie, how'd you get candy past Sue?
I know, right?
Wait,
no,
that's not even
she
fruit.
bought all this. She bought full-size... Oh, I'm not going to... She bought a bunch of candy bars. Yeah. And then I got all those comic books for kids. Did you get those, Shane? Those?
I did.
I got a stack of Wonder Woman Day comics from Dr. Volts, and I'm going to pass those out. And then when we're done here, I got to go through all my comics and find some that I can give away. But
I hate to tell you something, Carrie. Those weren't full-size candy bars that you were holding up.
I just thought I was... No, they're regular size. I'm just very big. See? I'm a very large person. So.
Very large person. I do want to tell Beth Snow, she just chimed in. I know she's not feeling good today, so I hope you feel better soon, Beth.
What's the matter with her?
She's got the October stuff.
The doldrums.
Oh.
I never want to pry. I mean,
Yeah.
if somebody's got like
I think
second head syndrome or something.
Beth,
I was feeling the doldrums too for the last week or so.
Beth,
Me too.
this is what you need, Beth, right there. A little bit of
Regular
sugar.
size.
A little bit of sugar.
Almond Joy. You
Full
need some
size.
Almond Joy.
That's a full-size candy bar. I'm just very, very big.
I'll tell you where you need to put that Almond Joy. In the trash.
Oh, fuck, Tony.
They're
In the trash.
They're delicious.
When I stopped being vegan, the first thing I did was eat an entire family-sized bag of Almond Joys.
Hey man, to each their own. You know, I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Beth says her husband has now been dispatched to the store to get
Head
to get
cold.
Almond Joys.
Head cold was what she said up higher. So I hope
she
you
got
feel
head
better.
cold? Oh.
No, we didn't see Past Night in Soho. I don't even think any of us saw Last Night in Soho, but
No.
we want to really badly.
Yeah.
I'm going tonight.
It looks cool.
Are you?
Oh,
Yep.
let us know. I'm very curious.
I will.
I don't want to see bad guy Matt Smith. It'll make me sad.
Wasn't he a bad guy in another show where he was like
It was a Nazi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a neo-Nazi.
Green Room.
Yeah.
I didn't
Green
watch
Room,
that
that's
either. I
right.
was like, no, Doctor Who's not a Nazi.
That's right.
Is it? I think isn't Patrick Stewart a Nazi too?
He's
In that?
In
I don't
Green
know.
Room?
I heard, or did I read it? Anyway, reliable source. It was on NPR. It was on something I was listening to on NPR. Apparently, Patrick Stewart is turn it right side up, Lee.
I'm reading.
He's a huge fan of Beavis and Butthead,
Yes.
and has a big Beavis and Butthead memorabilia
Yes.
collection.
Yes.
I love
Patrick, my favorite celebrity interview of all time is Patrick Stewart in like 1989, 1990. And they're like, oh, hey, tell us about what you love. And he goes into this like 20-minute long diatribe about American Gladiators and how he would change it if he was in charge. And they're like, so what do you mean? He's like, well, it needs more lion pits. And I want spikes. I want actual peril. I want the gladiators. I want the gladiators to have to fight carnivorous animals.
And let's not forget Patrick Stewart's famous catchphrase.
Hot buttons are the best.
There you go.
Hot buttons are the best.
He was so dang funny in Extras, that Ricky Gervais show.
Oh,
The
God.
episode he was on.
Well, everybody was.
And then her clothes fall off. She tries to cover up, but it doesn't matter. I've seen everything.
I still think Ian McClellan was
Oh.
the absolute best guest.
So good.
Oh,
Trying to explain how magic wasn't real, but he made it real by the power of acting.
Well,
but
hang on, I've got that for you.
Yes.
Harry Potter was great on it too. Carrying
so
around
good.
that condom.
That prophylactic.
Yeah. I know how to use this.
Here we go. Ian McKellen.
How do I act so well? What I do is I
pretend to be the person I'm portraying in the film or play.
Yeah.
You're confused.
No.
It's perfectly simple. Case in point, Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson comes from New Zealand, says to me, Sir Ian, I want you to be Gandalf the wizard. And I say to him, you are aware that I am not really a wizard. And he said, yes, I am aware of that. What I want you to do is to use your acting skills to portray the wizard for the duration of the film. So I said, okay. And then I said to myself, how would I do that? And this is what I did. I imagined what it would be like to be a wizard, and then I pretended and acted in that way on the day. Yeah. And how did I know what to say?
I like how you keep going. Yeah.
Written down for me in a script. How did I know where to stand? People told me. If we were to draw a graph of my process, of my method, something like this. Sir Ian, action. Wizard, you shall not pass! Cut! Sir Ian. You see?
Yeah.
So now you would be pretending to be John in this play. And how would you know what to say? Well, the words would be in the script.
Yeah.
And you would learn the words. You would not have the script on the night. And that goes for everybody. There will be no scripts on the night. You'll learn the words.
Yeah. No,
You'll
I
speak them as if you were saying them for the first time.
I didn't think we would have the script.
No, but you won't.
No.
Because if you did have the script, it would break the illusion, and the whole thing is illusion. Do you see? You are not really John.
No, I know.
You are pretending, and that is acting.
I love it.
God.
Oh my gosh. That show in general was just fantastic.
That was a funny show. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay, let's go.
Are we doing the show?
We're doing,
Doing
a
the
show.
show. Jay, we have.
Now,
Is your
you
mic
guys-
still working, Jay? We haven't heard from you.
What's up?
Yeah. Okay.
Now, you guys.
I've
Make sure
been quietly just chilling, letting y'all warm up. I'm chill.
make sure your scripts are not visible. Put them down.
Oh.
Yeah,
There's
Carrie, no, stop.
No scripts on
No,
the day of the play.
You're
No
breaking the illusion.
No script. Oh, okay. All right.
Now everybody knows this is heavily script.
You
ready?
guys' script is a lot
Ready.
bigger than
Hold
that.
on, let me get into my Geek Show character voice.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, damn it, guys.
Here we go.
Fine, I'll be in my trailer. Good lord. It's terrible.
Leave me alone, dog. Fuck off, dog. Fuck off.
And welcome back to, well, my basement. And
My basement.
My
Shannon's
basement.
basement, Tony's basement, Jay's definitely basement, and Lee's washroom.
Lee is the only surface dweller.
This is the
Hello?
observatory. I'll have you know it's an observatory.
That's right. Looking at the stars.
How are things on the surface dweller?
Kind of loud right now.
Yeah.
Surface dweller.
Someone's yelling at me from their basement.
Who is this person? I will tell them to stop. Surface dweller.
Well, hang on. Let's go live now to Jay's basement.
Oh man, salt in the wound.
No, god damn.
His feet are wet. He's Jay Whitaker.
What's up? Yeah, my Tim's I'm using my Tim's for the actual fucking purposes. This shit sucks.
Oh,
Shout out to all my white friends that said, get a house. It'll be an investment. It's gonna be so cool.
It is. It's an investment in
Crap.
fertility.
Fucking assholes. I miss my apartment so much. Bro, I want to eat ramen in my apartment with my, I used to sleep on a fucking mattress on the floor. I miss that shit so fucking bad right now. But I love my house. I got shows coming up. Go to itsjaywhitaker.com. I'm in the New England area doing a bunch of shows. I'm headlining in Worcester on November 12th, and then I'm headlining Nick's Comedy Stop December 3rd and 4th in Boston. The famous, world famous Nick's Comedy Stop, the legendary stage that all the Boston greats pass. I'm finally headlining. I'm very grateful. So thanks.
That's great.
nice.
Good news. Thank you. He is also a basement dweller, not a surface dweller. He's Shannon Barnes and everybody.
Yes. I like my hovel under the ground.
Come in. Welcome to my hovel.
No, actually, my Wi-Fi is it's the cave. That's what I call it.
Nice.
First I gotta start out with a big shout out to. I just gotta say, Geekshow people are the best people. You honestly are. So my principal asked me last week was like, hey, you think any of your friends would want to throw a couple bucks towards the trunk or treat, because we've heard that most parents in Rose Park aren't going to let their kids go trick or treating because Rose Park has been hit hard by COVID, right?
Oh yeah.
So I just put out a thing. It's like, hey, if you want to support, we want to have a kick-ass trunk or treat. If you want to throw me a couple bucks in my Venmo, to go, I want to do full-size candy bars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did they ever?
Oh, good.
Last night we had the trunk or treat. We gave out 350 full-size candy bars. Wait, but there's more. 100 full-size packages of Sour Patch Kids.
Oh.
50 Takis and 50 Hot Cheetos. About 100 full packages of Haichu.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's just what I brought.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so thank you. You guys, these kids were blown away. You also helped fund one of the most kick-ass Halloween parties I've ever thrown for these great fourth graders I work with. And I'm going to use part of this money to, because most of the people in our school are from Mexico, we are going to, we're going to make a giant ofrenda for Day of the Dead. And you help fund that too. And it's a very, very important and cool holiday that I really appreciate now too. Yeah, it's a very comforting thing. So thank you guys so goddamn much. It was all the kids. I got toys and we all had those teeny tiny little hands. You know, the little hands that you put up in your sleeve and you're like, we're all running around. It was fucking great. Anyway, thank you again. I'll be putting pictures on Facebook.
Good.
You guys are great people. That's all I'm saying.
There we go.
Sorry about that, my bad, boss. But I just felt like that deserved a round of applause.
Sure.
Air.
No. Every time I'm blown away. Every time.
He's live in the observatory. He's Lee George Cade, everybody.
It turns out it's actually a conservatory now.
Oh.
I just got the zoning notification back from the city. They said they won't zone it as an observatory, so it's a conservatory now.
Now you got to change all your stationary header.
So a couple things, real quick. I'm going to build a Victrola.
What's that?
What?
Did any of you watching, viewing anything ever think to yourselves, I bet you Lee's going to build a Victrola?
No. Why would you do that?
Because I can.
Okay, all right.
You've gone mad.
That's right, brother.
Now,
That's right.
Now, is this going to be the discs that it plays?
Oh no, not one of the wax cylinder.
Not a wax
playing.
cylinder. Okay,
Yeah, but it's got the horn, the whole thing. And I'm
great.
going to build it because it needs to be in the background for my YouTube channel, which is now closing in on 350 subscribers.
Let's fucking go.
700 watch hours, so, need to pick that up a little bit. Last 2 days of Inktober, day 30 today, day 31 tomorrow. I'm doing a Baba Yaga story for day 31.
Nice.
So, Baba Yaga and little Philip, the little boy who kept trying to steal apples from Baba Yaga's yard. Don't do that, little Philip. That's just bad. And then one last question. I'm hoping someone can help me find the answer.
What's that?
Whatever happened to the Transylvania twist?
Nobody knows.
Well, it's now the MASH.
So I was introduced by my youngest to Bobby Boris Pickett's entire Monster Mash album.
What?
Yeah,
There's an album? That's only ever been a 45 as far as I'm concerned.
The Monster Mash song is actually from Bobby Boris Pickett's Monster Mash album, which has the Transylvania twist on it, and everything he references in the Monster Mash song has a song.
Has its own thing.
It's got a backstory?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, there's
And it's had it forever, and it's actually Transylvania Twist is a banger. It's a great song. It's so much fun.
That sounds like the worst earworm in existence. That entire album. Don't you dare! Don't you stop that!
I've heard this song about 900 times.
Hey,
All right.
hey, man, you can't be bankhead bouncing to this shit.
All right. Okay, I won't.
Yeah, none of that. But
He's
those are nice shoulders, though. I see you, Lee.
he's afraid of getting an earworm. He's Tony. Quad T,
Can't.
Too Tall Tony.
I can't have another earworm. They come over and it could be from something 15 years ago. I'll just be
Like
sitting there. I'll wake up.
Nickelback? Shut up. You're not allowed to comment.
No, yeah, anything like stuff from my childhood. I'll wake up in the morning and it's playing in my head, and I'm like,
Oh
what
wait,
the
oh
heck
wait,
is this?
Welcome.
Wait.
Every day of my life. Every day of my life, Tony.
It can be so frustrating.
We've got earworm sign. Somebody get a thumper.
Oh, no.
My friend Todd got written up at work because he had an earworm, and he couldn't, and he just kept singing it.
Yeah,
it was Easy E.
drives me nuts. But anyway, enough about my crazy brain. Check me out on Twitter at Quad T Tony or on the Gadget Spot podcast, tech gadgets, video games, weird stories from Excitable James, all of the above.
Every story is a weird story if it's from Excitable James.
I miss that dude, yo.
It was 1964, and I was shipwrecked in Zanzibar. And like James,
He's got the best
you weren't alive then.
blueberries.
If you want a little taste, listen to the first 10 minutes of the latest episode of Gadget Spot, and he tells us about his Double Dragon incident.
Yeah.
Double Dragon, he's not talking about a video game. He's talking about getting so sick that he's got stuff coming out of both dragons.
Gotcha.
The front and the back.
Oh, nah.
Of all the random people I met in my life where I said, well, this one could actually be my biological child.
He kills
That's
me.
wild.
He's so
Yeah.
funny.
Miss that
All
dude.
right. Yeah.
Here's some
There's
Double Dragon.
That's the Double Dragon. I thought he was talking about it first.
Oh, this used to slap. Yo, Billy and Chippy, yo. Let's kidnap my girlfriend. Let's go kick some ass. I'm gonna kill them motherfuckers and they gonna blink 3 times. Let's fucking go.
Kiss me. Oh, don't forget about our fearless leader, Admiral of the Sea, of the Geek Seas, Mr. Kerry Jackson.
Lying bitch.
All right, thank you.
King of the earworms.
King of the earworms.
Oh.
I'm merely a prince.
I
He's
had
the king.
I had a real bad one this past week because I was out running errands in Sue's car, and her car has the HD radio, right? And so
Look
I
at
thought
this photograph.
I'd tune into to X96's HD, which is classic alternative,
Oh, I heard you talking about this other.
and I had Lightning Man by Nitzer
Yeah.
Ebb in my head for all week long.
Why is
hate
that
it.
bad? You got
bad, Lee?
so much done.
Let me tell you, from an earworm perspective, it doesn't matter how much you like the song or the tune or whatever. If it's there for too long, it becomes the worst.
It does,
Look at
yeah.
this photograph.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
What? And then I saw a big giraffe, and then I had to take a bath.
Stop it.
And then I poured out this carafe.
And then I had a phonograph.
Hey, we've come all the way back around.
I
Good
know.
job, Lee.
I am Richard Kroger, Chad's less talented and successful brother.
Dick
Okay.
Kroger.
Before we get started with the news, I got a direct message from Steve Murray, who had this posits a question. So here we go. Salutations, Admiral. I am humbly requesting a ruling for a geek argument I am having. Does the original RoboCop count as a Frankenstein movie? My reasoning is Murphy was technically dead and brought back to life with only a few original body parts. Any clarification, judgment would be the most appreciated. You weigh in, and then I'll tell you what I told him.
Would you, as the resident Frankenstein expert,
Yes.
Yeah. What
on
do
the
you say?
panel?
Hold on.
Yes.
I'm
I
gonna
would
say
also
yes.
vote yes as well.
Off rip, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Here was my reply. I said, if you think it's a Frankenstein movie, then it is. You don't need anyone else's input. Just go with it. Own it. Preach it.
Nice.
Art affects everybody differently. We just last night, when I say we, I meant me and Sue, watched a ghost movie last night and decided that it wasn't about ghosts at all. It was about mental illness. So enjoy your Frankenstein movie.
That's what I said. I love that answer because we could all be wrong about the original vision. RoboCop, It's whatever you want it to be. I still think WandaVision is an allegory for gentrification in America, but that's a whole nother fucking story. Some people tried to fight me on this on the internet on Father's Day and Juneteenth, and they got fucking lost. And that was a fun day on Twitter. And they look real fucking stupid. But art is whatever you want.
Now, Stuart makes a point. He says, wait a minute, what other person's dead body parts went into RoboCop?
The story.
It's the Detroit Police Department. They got plenty on deck.
The story of Frankenstein's monster isn't so much what parts he's made out of. It's the warning. I mean, literally modern Prometheus. It's the warning about the dangers of the electric age. It's the warnings against industrialization. It's the warning against losing that simple feeling of home and hearth. And it's a longing for the children that you've lost and the mother you never knew. And, Alex Murphy, very much throughout the movie, you knew he was constantly yearning for the mother he never knew. It's constantly, no, it's not there at all. I'm reaching.
This shit is Hamlet now. What the fuck? This is.
Well, I was just going to say, as technology moves on, we replace body parts with modern body parts, and that's what they did.
It's
electronic
Your penis pump
parts.
is okay. All right.
That's not my bag, baby.
It's
It's not my bag, baby.
It's a Pandora's box allegory, definitely. But Mary Shelley didn't keep her dead husband's atrophied heart in a desk drawer for 40 years just so that we could question whether or not Alex Murphy is a Frankenstein. Yes.
I like that part where the guy goes, "I'd buy that for $1."
I'd buy that for $1.
Buy that for $1.
A direct ripoff of the modern Prometheus, right?
Leland Palmer and Red Furman.
Yeah.
You mean my dad?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, both of your dads.
That's true.
It's your bag,
All
baby.
right.
It's your bag.
We got some trailers this week, and one I want to talk about. One I want to talk about because it's also under this whole "is it a this, is it a that" subject. Is the new trailer for Pixar's Lightyear? Did you see this?
Yeah.
I watched part of it without sound because I found it on my Twitter feed and then forgot about it. But it looks cool.
You need to watch it with sound because they made a casting choice that I think a lot of people weren't prepared for how amazing it is. And that's Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear. And that gee whiz Cap sensibility, it's so there. And you only hear like a couple words come out of his mouth. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm on board. I'm really here.
I don't think Tim Allen could do that either.
Well, now
is Tim Allen canceled? Is that why he did?
No, and we'll get into that.
Okay.
Here's the thing: is that, and I had to explain this trailer to people. It was interesting to me. You see, Buzz Lightyear was the very fancy toy that we got when we first met him in Toy Story. Lightyear tells the story of the living, though fictional, astronaut whose adventures into space inspired the action figure line. See? That's what they're doing, and that's why it's Chris Evans and not Tim Allen, because Tim Allen was the voice of the toy. See?
That's brilliant, actually.
Yeah, makes sense.
Now,
It's kind of like when they made a Star Wars movie to justify all the action figures.
Exactly. Now, our local Deseret News wrote an article about how, well, Tim Allen must have been replaced because he's conservative. And I'm like, no, these are two different parts, okay? They're not the same thing. It's different.
It's like when you go buy a Captain America toy, it's not usually Chris Evans' voice.
No. And that's also the reason I won't have Tim Allen on my show. But anyway, that's another story. We've not had him on the show for those reasons. Anyway, so there was that. Well, go watch this trailer, Tony. I think it's quite something.
Yeah, I mean, once I read about what the premise is of it, I was already sold. I'm going to see it for sure. It looks cool.
There's a trailer that kicked my ass 6 ways to Sunday this week, though.
Wheel of Time?
Nope.
Is it Bebop?
Yep.
Oh, right. I watched that too.
Let's talk about it then. I was going to save it, but let's talk about it.
I watched that trailer literally a dozen times in a row. I couldn't stop.
Let's see. Let me get in the script here. Sorry, Shannon, I'm breaking the illusion.
Oh, God damn it.
There will be no scripts on the night of the play.
No scripts on the day. The first official Cowboy Bebop trailer was put out, and Lee watched it over and over and over. And here's the thing about the show that I just kind of want to caution people. Because this anime has huge fans and a small but dedicated following. I would just say to those fans, know that this isn't the cartoon, okay?
Nope.
And you got to be okay with that, all right? They're going to take some liberties. Be okay with that, because the cartoon still exists. The anime is there for you. Anytime you want it, pull it off the shelf, embrace it, make love to it, whatever you want to do with it. It
What the
still
fuck,
exists.
Just be creepy with it, like you always have been.
Like you always have been. And that's basically what the showrunner explains. Andre Nemec, who's the showrunner for Cowboy Bebop. He's made it abundantly clear, it says here, that this is not the anime. It's an interview. He says the show's aged-up feel is quite intentional, and for good reason. He calls the anime characters a little archetypal, and he's not wrong. It doesn't do the anime any harm, and it's appropriate for the medium, but a live-action series required adding a bit of depth to Spike Spiegel, Jet Black, and Faye Valentine. He says, I think that really became clear to me that to really feel for these characters, to really want to track and live with them, they needed real depth of life experience in their soul. So he's telling you right now, he says, here's what I've got. Spike Spiegel is a cowboy with a broken heart. That really is who he is at his core. Jet Black is the eternal optimist, a grumpy guy with a heart of jelly beans. Faye Valentine, at her core, is a survivor, someone who's not going to let the hardships of the world around her take her down while they try to keep kicking her down. She continues to press forward. We looked at all of these things, and once we had those, then we began to craft stories for those characters.
And there's a thing that drove me bonkers, because I'm watching this trailer, and see, my wife and I play this game called Let's Cast It in Real Life, and we played that with every book we've ever read that didn't have an adaptation, where we we cast who we want to play those characters. And when Bebop first came out in '96, we were like, "Oh shit, this is Keanu Reeves playing Spike," right? Because he seemed perfect at the time, and we had our whole dream cast out. Now I've seen this live action adaptation, at least in the trailers, and this is, I mean, Bebop is like what Superman is to Shannon. Bebop is my holy grail. Bebop is everything I've loved in animation, science fiction storytelling. It's so deep. And I watched this trailer like a dozen times on repeat, and I get to see the Bebop actually land on one of Jupiter's moons or Saturn's moons, and in the water, and seeing the Swordfish too, seeing Spike be such a badass. The interplay, the dialogue, these characters are so lived in already. Just in a trailer, you can tell that these perfect actors are taking the material so seriously. And then one of the comments says, Faye's costume's wrong.
Blech.
Well, I know this from a cosplayer who's worn Faye Valentine's actual costume. She reproduced the whole thing, and the biggest comment she had to say in it is, if I move wrong, even once, my boobs are out.
For sure.
So, no, they changed Faye's costume because there's no way somebody who is as much of an ass kicker as Faye Valentine is going to be able to do this without being a fucking jiggle show. So, calm the hell down. Let the show come out. It's only a few weeks away.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but oh man.
November 19th on
Yeah.
Netflix. Yeah.
I'm feeling so optimistic.
There is not too much to that costume, is there?
No.
No, the original drawn costume is.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah,
It's very much
put
a
me through
mid-
puberty.
It is very much a mid-90s anime costume.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right.
let her wear a jacket and some pants. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
it's cold out there in
Look,
space, you dumb motherfuckers.
And I would just say to people who are complaining about this, did you ever think you'd get a live action Cowboy Bebop? No.
Well,
All right.
and that's what I try to say that to everything that's an adaptation of something else. It's a different version of what the original medium is. And so why do you want to read the exact, or why do you want to watch the exact same story you've already read? Why do you want to look at the character beats from the exact same story I read? Let's have a different version of it that might be as good or almost as good, and you still have the original to go back to.
Exactly.
It's okay that it's not the thing that you grew up with, but you still get it.
Yeah.
It's like these shows are like a good stepdad. It's not the stepdad you asked for, but it's the stepdad you fucking needed. So shut up.
And I'm looking at her, the live action version of Faye, and How do I put? She doesn't look like a whore, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. What? What?
All right.
They dehorned my character.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Back.
Stepdad.
I want her to look like a whore.
What's crazy is I never had a stepdad, but I just like, to me, stepdads, that's like the perfect equation. How reverby do I sound, by the way?
A little bit. Not
Yeah,
terrible.
there's nothing I can do
It's
about it. I
probably
took
just
everything
the-
out of the basement.
It's a noisy room, yeah.
I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
the acoustics of the room.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can fix that.
Nah, don't worry about it. It's
No,
fine.
no, we're worrying about it.
Oh,
Oh no, here we go.
No, it'll be just, guys, it'll
Oh,
be just fine.
Is he messing with his board?
yeah.
It is.
Oh, no.
God. Here we go.
Here we go, guys. It's
How about
on.
this? Is that better?
Yeah, actually, it sounds
It's
pretty
kind of a
fuck?
little bit better.
Yeah, I figured
It's
it'd
a-
be better.
It's a Halloween miracle.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Broken clocks right
Sorry,
twice
Jay,
a day.
Jay, you have to admit, sometimes you mess with that button and like a portal to hell opens.
Exactly. All of a sudden, it just.
And there's one day you're like, oh, let me fix that. And all of a sudden, Jimmy died.
Yeah.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I've been working through my therapist with survival skills. Fuck you.
Oh man.
Very funny, but almost too far.
Here's the thing.
Oh God, I hit the Jimmy died button.
Ah! I told them not to put that on that mixer.
That's like
Oh, why is that on there? Why is that on there?
that's just over the amount of too soon. Like you're
Just barely.
like you're just like motherfucker.
I have to admit, I dropped some comic books off at Shannon's place, and it was strange. I hadn't been to that house since then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird. All right.
Well, hey,
Here we-
imagine living here.
Next door, yeah. Here we go. And we're back. Okay.
These poor people that are
watching
listening
the
to this
stream.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can hear how fucked up and morbid we really are.
yeah.
This is what they
Okay.
do in between
Hey.
sections.
What the?
yeah.
No, but this is sanitized.
Yeah.
You
If
can
my-
do so much worse.
If my dead friends don't want to be punchlines, they should stop dying.
There you go.
Facts.
Quit
Facts.
being dead.
No, in all
Well, the best
honesty,
thing is now, Jay, you can hit that kill a guy with a J in his name button as much as you want now.
And then they're all gone.
no, I'm
And so
the
let's
next
one
well,
left.
now let me just plug this because we do when we you folks who are listening to this podcast, this is pre-recorded. We do the show live on YouTube every Saturday, and so when we go to our commercial breaks, the folks who are watching us on YouTube get to hear what we talk about during the commercial breaks.
But
hot goss,
before we
baby.
go
It's
on,
hot
before we go on though, I want to assure everybody that the destroy a panelist whose name starts with J button only works every 5 years.
Right.
Takes a while to reset.
It has to power up.
Yep.
So we got 2.5 years left. So
Everybody
I'm
listening
next,
is like,
baby. I'm next, baby. But I'm eating good, you know.
Oh my God!
Oh, I
we
didn't
got
even-
one. We got one more.
How did I not think of Jay being a J name?
Oh,
How
we
did I
got
miss
one
that?
more.
Because you don't think about me, Tony.
it's funny.
Aw.
It's funny because the second
feel
you said
bad.
it, the second you said it, those eyebrows went right up into his hat. It's like, I have a J name.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
meanwhile, everybody listening to this is
Yeah, the Tina noise from Bob's Burgers,
still-
exactly.
They're still
They're
processing
coming.
it.
They're coming for you, Jason.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh,
Yeah,
if
a
it's
lot of
if it's really
J
Tina,
names.
if it's really Tina Belcher, she's just thinking about Jimmy and Jeff rubbing butts together.
Yep,
That's
butts.
true. All right, here we go. Now we've all seen Dune except for Tony. He's going to see it in IMAX.
And me.
Oh, I'm
And me.
excited today. You
I'm
haven't seen it
seeing
yet
in
either, Jay?
IMAX.
Yeah.
Well, look, the whole fucking state of Massachusetts just got power back, kind of. So, you know, I've been out.
You're
here
not
reading,
Texas. Come on.
I've been out here reading books like a bitch.
What are you, a caveman? Reading
Yeah,
books
yeah,
on
yeah.
paper?
Well,
You know,
and this is
Prometheus
the
just gave us fire yesterday, so you know.
this is the funny thing. is that everybody just assumed that Dune Part 2 was approved and ready to go because it said at the beginning, Dune, what was it, Book 1, Part 1, whatever it was. I can't remember what it said at the credits, but no, they have not approved Dune 2 until this week.
Yeah.
You know, this past week was it. And which blows me away because I'm like, didn't you see the money this thing was making overseas weeks ago? And just go, yeah, we need another one of those. But anyway, it's been approved for Part 2. And let's see, first Dune opened in cinemas, hit HBO Max simultaneously on the 22nd of October, earned a strong 40.1 mil in domestic debut. One of the biggest of Denis Villeneuve's career. As a matter of fact.
I'm excited about the Bene Gesserit series that HBO Max will be doing as well, because that's going to do a really good job of explaining a lot of the backstory and the things that they just didn't want to take time to talk about on the movie. Because you can't just, oh, hey, Frank Herbert built an incredibly complex world. Let's stop and talk about it for 15 minutes so our director takes his name off the credits.
Yeah. Exactly. Other interesting news. Well, who watched the most recent episode of Doom Patrol?
I'm
Me.
one episode behind.
Holy shit!
This week.
I'm caught up. Now this episode, no spoilers. It's
Wow.
It's Brendan Fraser as the character through the whole episode,
Oh wow.
and it was good to see him back. But at the same week, we got this news. Brendan Fraser is headed to Gotham City.
Yeah.
He will be playing the villain in Batgirl for HBO Max.
Nice.
And he will be playing Firefly.
Now that's an interesting choice because Firefly, to my knowledge, was never really even a B-list villain. I mean, he was C-list at best.
So prominent in the Batman animated series, very prominent in Gotham. The Gotham series did
Yes.
Firefly quite a bit. So
Yes.
Okay, maybe in the
but not mainstream comics now.
no. So I'm excited to see what he can bring to this role because he's got a lot of leeway since it's not a super well-known character that they have to stick to a lot of tropes with. And
He
things.
can do what he wants with it, probably. Batgirl starring Leslie Grace as Batgirl. Bad Boys for Life filmmakers Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah directing from a script by Birds of Prey screenwriter Christina Hodson.
Nice.
You've got on HBO Max, J.K. Simmons as Jim Gordon.
Naturally.
And,
Sometime
he's playing him in the Batman movie too.
in the Batman, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's
no, in the Batman.
Oh no,
it's
that's
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Wright.
Rush. Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey
no.
Wright.
Jeffrey
Right.
Wright. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got that last episode of Doom Patrol. That was just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like the exploration of the things stuck in your subconscious that's fucking you up.
Well, and I'm glad that the Sisterhood of the Dada thing ended that way because I was scratching my head the 2 episodes before it. I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know, right?
It's
Actual
some
fuck.
weird stuff.
Oh,
yeah. For
I
sure.
was
And
so
then yeah.
I was so tired one episode. I was trying to watch it, and I'm like, my brain doesn't understand this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Family Feud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'll try to finish this out when I'm more aware of the world.
Let's see. Other new projects for Daisy Ridley has got a new gig.
That's good for her.
It's a movie called Mindfall. And she will play a character named Artis Varnado in the film, directed by people you've never heard of. Artis is a high-end drug dealer. Only in this story, the drug of choice is memories. In Mindfall, other people's memories are the popular drug of the day, with people giving up theirs for pocket change and others paying top dollar to have brand new memories implanted in their heads, which then ostensibly become their own. And I'm like, that's enough of a story right there. But then they add to it, Artis is accused of murdering one of her clients and then begins to try to solve the case. And she realizes that not all of her memories are actually her own. But
We got some Total Recall action going on there.
yeah, I mean, you were talking about exploring nostalgia. It's certainly there. And we got the nostalgia from Watchmen. I wonder if that's where they got the idea. Do you remember the pills in Watchmen?
yeah.
Yep.
Nostalgia.
Where you
Man, I
can get
gotta
other people's memories by eating the pills.
I think I got to rewatch that show.
Oh, do. It holds up and it's wonderful. that whole series.
I'm kind of in a weird. Well, we'll talk about it. I'm rewatching a lot of stuff.
That's good, baby.
So if you're taking pills to have other people's memories, whose pills are you taking? Is my question.
Oh shit.
Me, I would Ron Jeremy.
Ugh, why would you want that much sexual assault in your brain?
Yeah.
Wait, no, early, I guess.
Still, why would you want that much sexual assault and cocaine in your brain?
Can I take the pills that give me the memories of like a dog that's been very well kept its entire life? That'd be nice.
Oh, you just want to know what your dick tastes like.
Well, I mean, when you put it
Also
that
Ron
way.
Jeremy's pills.
Hey,
Lee?
I'll take my own because I don't remember 91, 92, or 93 very well.
there you go.
You know what?
Refresher course.
You know what? I'll take those too because I was probably there and I don't remember.
Jay?
Is this fictional characters or real people?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
All right.
Oh, you can have fictional characters.
You're writing the story.
Because all right, this is gonna get a little low key depressing for a minute, but one of my favorite scenes is from the Wolverine where Logan is sitting there in the bar and they're like, "You drinking to remember?" And he's like, "Or no, you drinking to forget?" He said, "No, I'm drinking to remember." And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I would want Logan's memories.
Oh, that sounds
all
like
that
a
shit.
harsh ride right there.
Would
Yeah,
be.
well, because you know why? It would outdo my shit. Because like Lee, I respect your journey that you would want to remember some things, but I have blocked so much shit out, and my therapist is like trying to uncover that shit, and I'm like, nah, bitch, I don't pay you for that. Like it's no.
You know, maybe she would work a little harder if you stopped calling her a bitch.
No, it's a dude. His name is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh yeah, well, and by the way, just bitch away on him.
Bitch is non-binary. Like anybody can get it. Okay?
Exactly.
Anybody can get
There you
it.
go.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Let me write that down.
I'm not
Bitch
trying to.
is
Yeah, I'm a fucking
non-binary.
ally. Okay.
Yes, you are.
Bitch is non-binary.
No,
Carrie,
I just
who would you take, Carrie?
Well, I'm tempted to say Hunter Thompson's, but that would
figured
just
That's a good
that
say
would
that,
be.
but,
But then they eventually become your own memories, according
Yeah,
to this
exactly.
plot line, and I don't want that.
You've already seen what happened to people that just hung out around him too much. You want to
Yeah.
have his actual
Yeah.
brain.
so seriously, the reason I know it seems a little self-centered to say I would like to have some of my own memories back, but honestly, there was a day I woke up in San Francisco in an apartment where an Irishman and a Scotsman were screaming at the TV. I don't know how I got there. I remember these two dudes. I remember their apartment. I remember going to see the Pogues that night at an Irish bar called Mad Dog in the Fog right off of Haight Street. I remember
been there.
everything that next day. But the 2 days prior are a blur from when I took 3 hits of liquid acid to when I woke up 2 days later in San Francisco. No idea what happened during that period of time.
I went
I love
through.
that you mentioned this during a live stream. This is cool.
I went through a similar thing when I was working at a club downtown called the Vortex.
Oh, that place.
Wow.
It was about a year and a
I remember
half.
The boner
That happens
tax.
at the Vortex.
Could I maybe forget the Vortex?
Yeah, you.
I have forgotten.
Sorry,
the
Lee.
Vortex.
I still hate myself for helping with that. But there's a whole year and a half that I don't remember a lot of, or their
Oh,
names. So
That place was so fucking bonkers.
it
Yeah,
was.
it
man.
was.
People were so drunk, like in the upstairs, that they'd walk down that really thin hallway.
all the time. All
And
the
they'd walk
time.
down that thin hallway and just be like fucking pinballing off the sides. Bong, bong,
That was my life every Saturday night for about a year and a half.
Oh, well, we were there
Yeah,
too, Carrie.
same,
yeah,
same.
yeah.
And then,
Yeah,
like,
I
what?
was there
I
during
was
the
I was
hip-hop
there
era.
for completely different reasons.
Yeah.
You know what they need to do is they need to bring back Wesley Snipes just for one more fucking time as Blade and do the nightclub scene, but it's at Vortex, and he just has such an easier time. Like it's so easy. He
would.
fucks up everyone very,
It'd
very
be
quickly.
easy.
No,
Yeah.
no, nobody notices they're dead. Oh wait, am I dead?
Just
Yep.
keep going.
Exactly.
I remembered like our good buddy McPhee.
Yeah.
We were in the bathroom one time at that place, and somebody goes, "Hey, you want some of this?" And just hands him an inhalant, some kind of inhalant.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he goes, Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what
What
the
is
fuck
that?
did you just do? He's like, you want some? No.
No,
that could be
be
raid.
anything.
That
You
could
don't
be
know.
raid.
No, it's the old hippie was right when he said know your dealer. He was right when he said that. All
I'm
right.
like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go watch ladies have sex in the cage.
Yay.
That place was, woo.
Yeah, it was fun. Anyway,
How that place never got shut down, I don't know.
no idea.
It
got
did
shut down all
many
the time.
times. Many times.
But not for
How
the-
that
but
how
not
that
for-
place reopened, I'll never know.
It never was shut down for the right reasons, though.
Yeah.
It was always
Thank
shut
you.
down for like health code or whatever it is, or
Yeah.
you know.
There was one
Leaky
night 'cause-
roof, you
Well,
know?
I had an inside source there, but there
Yeah.
was one night they were shut down for a weekend because a minor managed to get served alcohol.
Yeah.
And so but it's like the people actually having a three-way with a real live unicorn.
Right.
How'd
No big deal.
Who knows?
It was
No
the
big
most
deal.
rhythmic place to get chlamydia.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Seriously, I mean that's when I found out. That's when I found out that the Mugatu from Classic Trek was not actually a guy in a suit. It was a real monster.
Oh yeah,
Because I met the Mugatu at the Vortex, and very gentle lover.
All right. Let's see. A couple
So
of other
hot right
stories.
Salt
He
Lake
is.
in the 90s, I miss it.
He is so hot right now.
Salt Lake in the early 2000s too.
A couple of other news items. I found this on Twitter because I follow Jackson Public, and I think you should too.
I saw this too.
When Adult Swim canceled the Venture Brothers after a solid 7-season run over a year ago, the reaction was pretty strong, this story in IO9 says. Earlier this year, the network announced a TV movie for Blu-ray and HBO Max, and now we have an update. Jackson Public, one of the co-creators, and our friend from Comic-Con, tweeted the first page.
One of my favorite interviews.
He tweeted if you go to geekshowpodcastarchive.com, you should be able to find that.
Yeah, and it's like they weren't allowed to talk about the new season of Venture Brothers.
No.
And they're like,
So what are we talking
just-
about?
We talked about what actor from Batman had the biggest dick.
Yeah.
Little did
Excuse
we
me?
know it was Adam West.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Totally forgot about
So
that.
you can go find that interview at the archive. But he tweeted the first page of the Venture Brothers script dubbed "Long Form Special," and Public said things are happening on his tweet.
Yay!
Now, as we recall, last time we saw them, Hank left his family grown up but still wearing the Batman mask. He left.
Yep.
Dean began to search for him.
I am the Bat.
Their dad, Rusty, learned that he and the Monarch were brothers.
Yeah.
So,
Well, they never did say who the Monarch's family were. He was just raised by some monarch butterflies, and then Dr. Girlfriend had to explain to him that butterflies only last a couple of months. And he cried because his whole family was dead.
That's true. And then there's this as far as animated, and I use the term movies loosely here. So South Park. Last August, well, it was August, Parker and Stone signed a $900 million deal
Jesus Christ.
God.
to continue
God damn.
to continue South Park. This would continue South Park through 2027, all right? And part of the deal involved 14 mysterious new movies that would arrive on Paramount Plus's streaming service. Well, the Hollywood Reporter got a hold of them and talked to them and said the first of these made-for-TV South Park movies will be released on the 25th of November. It's called South Park Post-COVID. Trey Parker said, it's the boys dealing with a post-COVID world. They're just trying to get back to normal, so it's like our show. We're just trying to get back to normal. The second film will arrive in December, with 2 more arriving during each of the next 6 years. But here's the thing. He says, we're trying to make what's on Paramount Plus different from anywhere else. So it's an hour-long made-for-TV movie is where our head is at. We'll do 2 made-for-TV movies every year. They'll be big, but not quite movie scale. He said, with Viacom, we realized that we could make them as long or as short as we needed, and then they went and called them movies
Yeah.
when they made the announcement.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Movie.
He said, they are the ones who said we are giving them 14 movies in 7 years. He said, all I can say for me personally is I'm 52 years old and I've made 3 movies in my life. So you do the math.
Right, exactly.
These will be just long form specials, basically.
And really, honestly, one of them was Orgasmo.
There was, well, let's see. He said,
Why don't they
he says
make more?
3.
No, they need-
Orgasmo, basketball.
Basketball.
South Park,
Can't-
bigger,
what
longer,
about-
uncut.
What about
Team
Cannibal the
America?
Musical?
Team America.
Team America and Cannibal. So
There's 5 right there.
that's 5. All right. Well, he is old. He's forgotten how many movies he's made.
He needs some of those pills.
He lost some of his brain cells when he was dressed as Jennifer Lopez on acid at the Oscar.
That was great. That was great.
Such a great fucking story.
All right. After these messages, we'll be right
back. You know, when Rebecca's on assignment, we don't have that perfect balance to our little song that we sing.
Jason.
Fuck you, Shannon.
Hello, Jason.
At least
Of course.
the black guy didn't die first.
Of course, death lives with me, right?
That's a busty death, I'll say.
Yeah, that's the DC death.
No, it's the Marvel death.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
the Marvel
Thanos.
death?
Thanos' girlfriend.
You know Thanos likes his skeleton women with a double D cup.
Well, yeah.
I bet she'd look really weird undressed. I'd just be like a skeleton with big old titties.
Well,
No,
you'd
it's just-
undress it, and it's actually just her rib cage is incredibly deformed, and
The
it's
truth
still
of it
just
is-
bones.
Truth of it is, Death doesn't actually have breasts. She's just wearing one of Shelley Winter's old nightgowns.
Fair.
It's just billowed out.
All right.
Can I take this opportunity to just shout out some people in the chat real quick?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Do your
Yeah.
last job, Jay.
Shut up. Bug Hunter 801. I see you. Kyle Christensen in the house. Tiffany Hudson. What's going down? Galactic Pop Mart. You doing fine just for yourself. Ranger Wookie in the house. Stuart is in the house. Carl Clark is in the house.
Stuart!
You know.
Stuart!
Maya's in the house. I see
Stuart.
you. That's right. Cody Taylor's in the chat. I see you. Let's get some noise in this chat. Beth, I see you. What's up? Let's go.
Stuart has this amazing talent in that he, when you do a selfie, you always have the camera switched around so you can see your frame, right?
Yeah.
Stuart does that with a regular camera.
Wow.
And is able to do it with him and whoever it is that he's being photographed with, and can get in frame just with a regular camera, not seeing the screen.
Stuart!
That and he's able to find all the celebrities at Sundance. He always does.
It's that good living.
Yep. All right. We ready?
I can't wait to spend an eternity with you, Jay.
You ain't. That boy ain't right.
6 a.m. and the boy ain't right.
Hey, for real though, Def got some nice titties, dog.
All right. Here we go. And we're back. Okay. Let's see. Now, America's favorite asshole is probably...
Shannon?
Hey-o.
I did say America's.
I'm probably like 85th.
Oh, okay.
America's
Keep going,
favorite asshole is probably
Someday.
Bill Murray. All right.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know he's really an asshole. Anyway.
One of the few assholes that still gets work.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here he is being interviewed. He had that French Dispatch movie that he's in, and he's
God, I gotta go see that too.
out promoting that. And he was being interviewed by a German newspaper. Maybe you've heard of it, Lee. Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung.
Yeah, that's from the people that bring you Spregelsprunk.
It's the Frankfurt General newspaper. But they're talking to him about the French Dispatch, and he had this to say. You ready?
Yeah.
I recently made a Marvel movie. I probably won't tell you, but never mind. In any case, some people were quite surprised why I decided on such a project. But for me, wait, For me, the thing was quite clear. I got to know the director, and I liked him very much. He was funny, humble, everything you want from a director. And with the cheerleader story Bring It On he made a movie years ago, which I think is damn good. So I agreed, although I'm not interested in these huge comic book adaptations as an actor otherwise. Let's put it this way. The director is a good guy, and now I've at least tried out what it's like to shoot a Marvel movie.
Baloney. I don't buy it.
Are you calling bullshit?
Yep.
I'm going to call bullshit on that one.
Because
this is the same guy that would walk by people in McDonald's and take a French fry and look at them and say, "No one will ever believe you," and eat their French fry and walk away.
That's fucking brilliant.
I am believing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty fucking brilliant.
I'm believing him.
Really?
Yeah.
I've read it in several different places.
Well,
How you
the director of the movie he's talking about is Peyton Reed, who did Bring It On, who is currently filming
Ant-Man.
He's currently filming the new Ant-Man and the Wasp movie, Quantumania. So
And Peyton Reed is brilliant. He's brilliant. That guy, I mean, sorry, go all the way back to Down with Love. That guy is brilliant. He does amazing work. And I don't think I didn't watch Bring It On, but
it was good.
Down with Love is the first movie I saw of his. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. You just did a 1960s sex comedy and you brought Tony Randall out of retirement for it?
Well,
Okay.
here's
Well,
what
if he is actually in this movie, it's going to be in the same capacity that he was in the zombie movie that he was in.
It'll just be a cameo, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like a 2 to 5 minute cameo.
If
There's-
that.
I am crossing my fingers that he reprises his role as the Human Torch from Saturday Night Live.
Zombie.
I'm
Land is the
hoping-
movie I
No,
was
he was
thinking
Superman. He was Superman.
Oh, that's right. He was
Yeah, yeah.
Superman.
Yeah, he
I
was
I want Bill Murray to start playing Stan Lee and doing cameos in every Marvel movie.
That
as
shit
Stan Lee.
would be hilarious.
Excelsior.
I'm looking for the Ant-Man sketch. I'm sorry.
You know, we didn't talk about. I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt really quick, but I have to throw a "Told You So" out at the masked enraged geeks. Netflix dropped their trailer for the second part of Masters of the Universe Revelations, and so when I was saying, hey, why don't you calm the fuck down and wait for the whole story to get told?
Yeah.
Well, and this is the best. Some idiot on a comment section was saying, yeah, they had to redo all the animation to correct what made everybody so mad. And it's like, that shit took years.
No.
That dialogue was recorded 3 or 4 years ago. They didn't change shit. They gave you an Empire Strikes Back level storyline for He-Man, and you guys got pissed off because you're too impatient to wait for the payoff.
Stupid.
You fucking, puffy face dipshits.
And now you get to see Buzz Off, Clamp Tramp, Fisto, all those guys.
Stinkor.
Stinkor was in episode 2 of the first season.
And he was voiced by Jason
Jason
Mewes.
Yeah.
Here's the Ant-Man sketch from Saturday Night Live. Bill Murray's not in this part, but
This is Garrett
Remember
Morris.
me? We met several times. It's Ant-Man. Antman.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
What are your superpowers again? You talk to the ants, is that it?
Well, partly, but mainly I shrink myself down to the size of an ant while retaining my full human strength.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really impressive. Size of an ant with human strength. You must be able to clean house on those other ants. hey, Hulk! Hey. Check this guy out.
Ooh.
Got the strength of a human.
Ant-Man, huh? Where are your ants?
Guess.
They're at home, in the ant farm.
Oh, best stay out of this guy's way. Oh, every molecule's quivering now.
I don't see what's so funny. Is there something wrong with being Ant-Man? I mean, what's the joke? I don't see what's so funny.
Oh, great, Ant-Man.
So I always had a question about his powers.
yeah.
If when he shrinks down to the size of an ant and retains his human strength, what happens when he becomes Giant Man and he retains his human strength?
He's
He'd
just not very
yeah.
strong.
I would say he would fall down.
I think all of his bones would shatter.
He's got the density of corkboard.
Damn.
My favorite part of that sketch, Carrie, is when Belushi comes out of the bathroom as the Hulk, and he goes, "Oh, stay out of there for a bit."
Well, then he goes in before then, and there's a scream, and he goes, "If the invisible girl wants to use the restroom, she should lock the door." Anyway. All right. Let's take a look at what we're consuming this week. Who wants to go first? What are we consuming? Jay has his hands up. Go, Jay.
All right. So I experienced my first nor'easter, which means that the power was out and I had a slight basement flood. So I couldn't consume much of anything. So I had to go old school on your asses and start reading books.
The hell?
Book?
Right. Hold on. Let
What you been
me
reading?
go off camera for a second and pick up my books. And I started.
What'd you
on this
read,
book
Jason?
It's a bluebird effect. It talks about different birds and shit. It's cool. And I love sneakers. So hold on, let me make sure my camera gets this. This is Complex.
Sneaker of the year.
Complex.com, which is a great website. Complex.com. Hey, white friends that listen to this show, go to Complex.com so you can see what your POC people are talking about in them streets. Okay, it'll make great break room chat. I'm trying to help y'all out. I am an ally to my white fans that listen to this show. All right.
I'm going to bookmark
Thanks.
that website.
Thanks for looking out for the white folks, Jay.
Yeah.
We really need it.
I'm glad I have another beside the root now. I have another
this
one
is
to
a
go
Star
to,
Wars illustration book that I got on sale at TJ Maxx, and it didn't take me that long to read because it's got pictures in it, and so that was mostly what I was working on. And then I would like to recommend this, like straight up. This is like my new thing. This is from Shea Moisture. It is a bamboo charcoal detoxifying toner. They are not paying me to look into the camera and give a testimony, but if you need some toner to moisturize your skin, you will feel. See, I feel effervescent right now.
I felt it right here.
Yeah. So if you want to know how your boy stays so nice and moist, come through with the bamboo charcoal. I call it bamboo charcoal detoxifying toner. Go get it.
All right.
Shea Moisture. You can get it at Target. It's very good.
That's what you've been consuming this week.
And not a paid endorsement, by the way.
No.
Not a paid endorsement. I just want my people to look good. If people need toner, get that toner. Okay.
All right. Who's next? Who's next?
I got a boner for toner.
Lee, hi.
All right. So first, get off my ass, Tony.
It's about freaking time you got that dead tree with ink on it so we can get started on this book club.
Look, I need to add to that. So this week I went on a bender. I've watched no TV.
Wow.
Jason Aaron's complete collection of Thor.
Oh, that's good.
Fantastic.
That's good shit. Yeah. That's good shit.
Highly recommend the new Marauders with Captain Kate Pride. She, Iceman, the original Pyro, and Storm become pirates. So
I've heard nothing but fantastic stuff about it.
First 3 volumes are out, and Emma Frost is fantastic. Volume 3 of the new X-Men series. Oh my God, it's so amazing. And then, yes, the new Excalibur is also fantastic. There has not been a bad X title since the relaunch, and I indulged in the hardbound of the first collected volume. Ooh. Betsy Braddock is finally in her original body, and she is now Captain Britain. So,
she's not Psylocke anymore, right?
No, because the original Psylocke got her body back.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, because there seemed to be something about, I don't know, a British woman inhabiting the body of an Asian woman against her will, kind of. So.
Anyway, a little imperialistic, maybe?
I was going to say, it seems a little imperialist, a little
But that's all leading up to X of Swords, which is like this 22-issue huge X-title crossover where the island of Krakoa and its original other island that were married at one point, and Apocalypse and his dead wife have war, and all of the people are... So I enjoyed it. So,
all right.
I like Magic, Colossus's little sister.
Oh,
one of my favorite. She's one of my favorite X-Men characters, and she's very prominent in the stories. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Tony? Okay.
My wife and I have decided to go through Better Call Saul. We haven't done that one yet, and so we're in the third season. And yeah, it's great. It's great.
It's really good. Bob Odenkirk is a genius. He really is.
And the guy, I can't remember the actor's name, but Mike. Herman Trout.
Herman Trout.
Oh, so awesome.
I would,
We're really liking that. Finished Squid Game. Whoa. Whoa. Really cool. I saw a little bit of the twist coming, but even after that, it was just like, okay, all right. Yeah.
Real quick, I have not seen Squid Games, but did you see what I guess LeBron James was calling out the director?
No,
He
he was
like
just
it or something.
he was just at
ending. Yeah,
a
he
he
didn't
was
like-
just at a he was just at a press conference, and he was passing another basketball player, and they said, "What you been doing? You watching Squid Games?" He goes, "Yeah, I didn't like the ending."
Yeah, and then
And so-
the director
wasn't
says,
it?
"Did you see Space Jam? Did you see Space Jam 2?" Which is like,
Yeah.
like,
oh damn!
The guy who made Squid
Clap
Game called
back.
him out. Yeah.
You know what?
did you
Speaking
see
of that,
Space Jam 2?
some kids were talking about Space Jam 2 at school, and they're like, I didn't like that.
Wow. Even if the kids are saying it.
Yeah,
dang.
they're like, I didn't
Like I
like
said,
it.
this thing was directed right at me because I love that crossover shit, and I stopped caring.
I
halfway
stopped
through.
watching it. I turned it off. I was just like,
That's too
this
So
is-
you're saying in 20 years I'm not going to have an entire legion of 30-year-olds telling me I need to watch Space Jam 2?
Nope.
Probably not.
Any toy store
let's
you go
see.
to, the shelves are full of Space Jam
Didn't
toys.
sell it. Didn't sell the toys.
Well, Space Jam and Eternals figures.
Ooh. Two other things. I've started the new cartoon series on Netflix called Inside Job, and it's pretty good. I think I'm 3 or 4 episodes into it. You can tell it kind of wants to be Rick and Morty, but not really in a bad way. So I'm lukewarm on it. I think it's all right. And then for whatever reason, it showed up in my recommended list, and I decided to finally watch The Life Aquatic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Movie.
And about 15 seconds into the movie, I was like, this has got to be a Wes Anderson movie. And I look it up on IMDb. Yep. And I liked it. It was good. I enjoyed that movie. The thing that really stuck out to me as far as really enjoying it, other than, in general, was the way they filmed the cutaway of the submarine. Or not the submarine, but the ship. And it looks like a model at first, and then they just keep zooming in, and it's life size, and they just pan from room to
It's
room.
a set. Yeah.
It was really cool how they did that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Who's next?
I love
Shannon?
I love the commentary on French Dispatch when people are saying that it's Wes Anderson being too Wes Anderson, and I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so my new happy place
Yes.
is AEW wrestling. Because I don't know if you've watched, well, probably, if you watch WWE lately, it's really for kids now, Like one guy said he had a sword that was made out of the tooth of the Loch Ness Monster, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with you now. And
Yeah.
But so like all these great wrestlers from WWE, your buddy CM Punk,
Oh,
Daniel Bryan, Sting, the commentator is Jim Ross.
Sting is still alive.
Oh, and he's more like a manager now.
It's actually
okay.
the guy. It's the guy from the Police. He had so much fun doing
Sting.
only murders in the building. He decided to branch out into wrestling.
But it's adult, and it's got great matches, great characters. There's the best villain I've ever seen in wrestling, almost besides Roddy Piper, and they just say they swear, and it makes me so happy. Like this, what's his Chris Jericho, who is puffy as fuck now, by the way. Look at
Time
this.
will do that to you.
yeah.
And he called somebody the other day a puffy faced shitbag, and I was like, oh, I wrote it down. And then he called the same guy. He called the same guy the next week a pumpkin-headed dipshit. So, yeah, that's good. I started rewatching The Mandalorian last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck, this is good.
Yeah. I did the season 2. I started doing that.
I started right at season 1, and then once again I was like, I'm so mad I accidentally spoiled Grogu for myself, completely an accident. And then my favorite thing I saw this week is, you know how most people really love Grogu?
Yeah.
Well, I've got the remote control Grogu, I took him to the trunk or treat last night.
Yeah.
And you know who does not like a moving Grogu in real life?
Animals.
Animals and little children
They don't.
around the age of 3. I had so much fun chasing little children and making them cry with Grogu.
Oh, jeez. 7-Eleven employee of the year right there.
And, Family Feud and America Says. That's it. There you go.
Okay. I watched a movie last night because we decided we were going to watch a scary movie for Halloween. And we just happened upon The Night House, is what it's called.
Night House.
And we like, what's this? I recognize the lead. She was in that Iron Man 3 movie. I like her. Okay, let's see what this is. And it sells you as it's a ghost movie. I don't think it is a ghost movie, but I'll let you watch it and decide.
It's a Frankenstein movie.
It's a Frankenstein. But it was quite enjoyable, actually. I was really surprised. It's just out of nowhere. But then the thing that I watched, and again, I rarely recommend TV shows until I at least watch 3, but I'm going to do it this time because the pilot episode of Star Trek Prodigy was so very good.
Oh, cool.
I was blown away. I really was. I wasn't expecting a damn thing from this.
Kid Trek, but not stupid.
Yeah, exactly. It said it was being sold to me as Kid Trek, and I went, okay, whatever. I'll give it a look. It's not. I mean, yeah, kids will get into it, but also at the same time, it's not stupid. It's not dumbed down for kids. It's not fart jokes or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's
I love fart jokes.
Fart jokes. They save the fart jokes for lower decks.
Yeah, right. There you go.
Well, Carrie, I'm looking at just the headline of a review for it.
Yeah.
And it says, Star Trek Prodigy Review. The Trek universe is more accessible than ever.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was just amazed. I had no expectations going into this at all and was really blown away. It's some really good Star Trek. So if you're a Star Trek fan, this is give it a look. It's on your Paramount Plus right now.
Well,
it'll be on Nickelodeon later.
Yeah, and it goes on to say the show aims at viewers who are turning into the final frontier for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it says because some people are intimidated by the word Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a vast universe.
And this is a way to get into it for a young person to get into it. First of all, the ship is a good looking ship. Second of all, one of the things that I found interesting was there's this large rock-like creature, or if it's rock, I'm not sure. I can't tell. It's like pointy, and she's part of the crew, and she is voiced by. There's a famous voice guy named Carlos Alzraqui is his name, and he's been doing cartoon voices for years. He's done most of the cartoons that you'd know. And it's his daughter. And I thought that was kind of cool that his daughter is doing cartoon voice work just like her dad. I thought that was great. But good story. Very enjoyable. So enjoy it. Star Trek Prodigy.
And it's got great creators. It's the guys that made Troll Hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Not
okay.
And the Lego Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu.
Yeah.
Ninjago! Yeah.
Oh, God. I did watch a show this week.
Oh?
Yeah, Mythic Quest.
Oh, really?
No, Mythic Quest is good, man.
Yeah,
I like Mythic Quest.
I didn't. It's like most of the crew behind It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but sincere and heartwarming.
Yeah, it's real good.
What is it
it's a lot of
about?
fun. It's about like Rob Michelini is this software developer who's got like a World of Warcraft style game, and then there's a young woman that's like his co-producer on the whole thing, and then Danny Pudi's in it. He's the chief of finance. And he's an asshole, and the show is just
he's not the chief of finance. He's the chief of making the game financially successful. Like he's the guy that monetizes everything.
That's right.
The
He's
massively multiplayer.
He's the director of monetization.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And it's just kind of. And I think F. Murray Abraham's in it.
It's got the guy that plays Rickety Crickets. Is one of the main characters, and he's hilarious.
He's the CEO who no one thinks is actually in charge. So.
I really like Mythic Quest. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because like it's very sincere and very kind, and I kind of love that. Even though the people are mean to each other.
And that reminds me though, another show that I forgot to write down, but I wanted to tell everybody about. It's on HBO Max. It's called Tom at 10.
Oh my God! It's from the guys that made that Tim.
Yeah. It's these guys have a lineage. I've not seen any of their other stuff.
Oh my God, Carrie, go back and watch that first series they did. It's one of my favorites.
I started watching this, and there's a lot of famous comedians who do voices. And let me play a little something here for you. This is from Tom at 10. And it's about a 10-year-old kid. All right, and he's in school.
Hey gang, this is your principal here. Listen, due to budget cuts, we're now accepting paid ads during the morning announcements. So remember, you're not old enough to drink, but when you are, you'll like the smooth taste of Grey Goose. All right, that felt completely wrong. We'll revisit that.
Hey,
Tom.
Hey, buddy.
You know why I called you in here, right?
I don't know, just general chit-chat?
Well, I'm getting a lot of complaints about the bassoon incident.
Complaints?
They say you're dead weight.
Dead weight?
One parent called you an albatross.
Is that good or bad?
Listen, I was hoping you'd give up, man. Try something different, like baseball.
Oh, no, I'm more of a bassoon guy. I love sitting in the background with a large, nondescript instrument, just flapping my lips.
Oh, my God.
Willy-nilly.
Tom,
Yeah?
I want you to listen to what I'm saying. There's defining moments in your life that if you listen, it'll change your whole life. I played the tube as a kid, and look where it got me now.
Seem like you're doing great.
I'm lonely, I'm overweight, and I'm a light stealer. I light steal. There, I said it.
You steal things?
Not like literally in my pocket, but I leave things under the basket. I put it up against the side, hope they don't see it.
Oh.
Is that what you want to turn into?
I mean, you're not selling me on the whole lifestyle, no.
Hold on, let me find.
Oh, man, I'm watching this. Tim, what's it called? Ted?
Tom at 10.
Tom at 10.
And here's the bassoon incident, by the way. Here's the bassoon incident.
Oh my God. This is just painful. The kid on the bassoon is ruining the whole thing.
Who, me? What's happening?
My daughter, Dakota,
Me?
practiced very hard for this.
Dakota, say something. Your mom's out of control.
I'm kind of in a tough spot here, Tom. Sorry.
Hey, lady.
Oh, no.
How about you mind your own business?
Ma, sit down.
My son plays bassoon like an angel.
Yeah, well, he's a sucky little angel, and he sucks at bassoon.
Oh, is this the day I fist fight in front of my child?
Ladies, please, let's be civil. Tom, play us a quick solo to show everyone how hard you've been practicing.
There's no such thing as a bassoon solo. That's why I chose the instrument.
Just play anything. Stravinsky's Fifth in G minor.
I have too much respect for my craft and for
Malkovich?
Stravinsky. I won't do it.
Have you studied anything? Just play something.
Okay, fine. Here's a little of Beyonce's All the Single Ladies. Let me bang this out real quick.
Oh my God.
Happy now?
Okay, so Carrie, when you're done with this,
all right,
you got to go find his original show. It was on from 2008 to 2012, called "The Life and Times of Tim," not Tom,
okay.
And it's got that same rhythm. It's got the same it's fucking one of the. It's the same animation, that same shitty animation.
Okay,
but it is just as fucking funny as that, and I'm forcing someone to watch the entire series tonight.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Take that, other person.
Anyway, it's,
I played bassoon in middle school, so that hit a little close to home.
Here we go. You want another one?
In the chat,
Yes.
chat, Tiffany says it's 10-year-old Tom is the name.
10-year-old
of the show.
Tom. Okay, 10-year-old Tom. Okay, I thought it was Tom at 10. But anyway, there you go. Here's another one. Here we go. Oh, hang on.
Woo! Come on, Tom. You can do it, buddy.
Oh my God, this old bag again?
I'm here supporting my son.
I thought you went home and died.
Just ignore the lunatic from the recital, baby. She is drunk on Chardonnay and she is begging to get slapped.
Let's go, Tom.
Strike one.
Whoa. Is that legal?
Throwing the ball? Yes.
This kid's a monster. Whoa.
Strike two.
Oh my God, that could have killed me.
That could have killed you. It was pretty fast.
Oh no. Whoops.
What just happened? You okay?
It's not a big deal, but I'm gonna need a change of pants.
Oh.
I told you he was pitching too fast. The whole thing's very stressful. I'm used to more of a bassoon atmosphere.
Okay, listen. This happens quite a lot. We have a way to handle this kind of situation.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're out of here.
Wait, what?
Player ejected.
Stop.
Pooped his pants. It's in the rule book. Rule number 33B, no player shall defecate his or her uniform or defecate the uniforms of another player. You're out of here. Take a seat.
You're doing great, Tom. Don't say a word, lady. Don't you dare say a word.
I'm enjoying it.
If you start watching the other show, The Life and Times of Tim's, my favorite episode is called Angry Unpaid Hooker.
All right.
And it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Tam, he helped me get my money.
Games, Tony.
Yeah,
Let's
we got
wrap this up here.
We got some games. First week in November coming up. We got World War Z
Citizen?
for the Switch. Nope, sorry. Giants Uprising on PC. Something called Tunche. Another one called Demon Turf. Another game called Conway Disappearance at Dahlia View.
Oh, that's a dwarf game.
Yeah, it must be.
Dwarf on golf.
Something called Time Loader.
I wish.
And then we got a new Mobile Suit Gundam game. Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation Code Fairy. And
you're a code fairy. Oh.
Yeah, the reason there's no nothing really of note coming out this week is because the juggernaut coming out this week that is Call of Duty Vanguard is coming. No one wanted to go against that one.
Yeah.
Obviously. So there you go. If you
also,
like the Calls of Duties.
I'm reading a ton of great reviews for that new Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yeah. It's getting really good reviews.
I watched Ed play it for a while last night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. Looks hard.
Oh, also, last week I said I was playing The Medium. I finished that one, by the way. And if you want a good, fairly short kind of psychological horror game, The Medium, check it out. I think it was like 7 hours long or so. And if you have Game Pass, it's on Xbox Game Pass for free.
I played the small. I didn't advance to the medium, and there's no way I'll get to the large. So
I'd forget the 2XL.
Forget it.
I won't.
Yeah.
I just won't.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
I played
Although
a lesser version, the Smedium.
There was one called Grande that I think it was a ripoff, but anyway. Are we good? Mr. B, if you would, please.
Ham! You were supposed to memorize the fucking script, for fuck's sake!
All right.
Thanks
for tuning
following
in.
Along. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
You're all awesome.
Yeah, baby.
Thanks, you guys.
You're all amazing.
Hey, yeah. Shout out to everybody.
All right, and Beth, I hope you got your head cold medicine because the world needs you more than you know.
Oh, now see, Egg is scaring.
Warning from Egg. He uses a lot of buttons at Guardians game.
That worries me because I'm not good with a lot of buttons, Egg.
Well, see, that's one of the things I was going to say about the Medium is you only use, I think, 4 buttons or 3 buttons.
I have to say something before we cut the broadcast.
Yes.
Being from the future and having lived through the Water Wars, 2 of the people in our chat are actually prominent figures in the Water Wars. So I need you all. I can't tell you who because that'll change and alter the course of history. But
can't know.
You all need to take care of yourselves because the Water Wars will need you. You will be leaders. You will be inspirations. Well, that's what I said when the Water Wars hit. What the hell?
Time traveling Lee.
Oh, and a horror movie. I didn't say it on the recording. I finally watched It Follows.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Have you seen that?
That's the third Pennywise movie, right?
No.
Sure.
It Part 2 and It Follows.
No, it's basically like a weird allegory on sexually transmitted diseases, but it's a demon or something.
Yeah. I quite liked it.
I did too.
All right. Let's wish everybody goodbye, and then we'll do some more content.
Yeah. Happy weekend.
Thanks, you guys.
Tiffany, yes, the season finale of What We Do in the Shadows. Fuck.
Haven't seen it yet.
Haven't watched it yet.
Oh my God!
Tomorrow.
Yeah. I got to, and Tony's only like on the Vegas or on the Atlantic City episode.
I'm so behind on that one.
I'm way far out. I just got to the part of
I'm gonna tell you what, they set up a whole next season. It's a whole different show. I guarantee.
I know the fact that it's a Western. How weird. All right, be safe, everyone.
Be safe. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Wash your ass.